What's going on, everyone? Lamar Harris, aka DJ Noonie here with another episode of Off Track. It's been a lot that was going on this weekend, so let's dive right in. But before we do that, make sure you take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you can be notified about alerts. Also, make sure that you follow me on social media at Lamar Harris 314. And if you get a little time, stop by my website, thelamarharris.com. So this weekend was DC Fandome, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not know what to expect. I didn't know if it was gonna kind of be like, just a bunch of hype and just a bunch of like pre-recorded YouTube videos or anything, but I felt it was a very good and engaging presentation. I sat in the backyard, grabbed me the cooler, ordered some lunch, and just chilled outside and just technically watched the whole event all Saturday. This is some of my highlights, which I enjoyed thoroughly from DC Fandome. The first one is the Batman.
Your secret friend.
Underneath the bridge,
Who?
top has sprung a leak, and the animals I've trapped
Haven't a clue.
all become my pet.
Let's play a game. Just me and you. Any of this mean anything to you?
You're becoming quite a celebrity. Why is he writing to you?
If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Whoa! This guy's crazy!
You're part of this too.
How am I part of it?
You'll see.
I am just thrilled about the footage that we just saw. And when you look at the action scene, which is technically one of my favorite scenes in the trailer, you get a chance to see Batman like being Batman. I mean, Batman is a vigilante technically, but you don't never sometimes get a chance to see him like really like fighting with just his natural like abilities without any gadgets or anything. And I think the Matt Reeves movie is really gonna focus in on that. The closest that we've seen to anything like that has been the fight scene in Batman v Superman, in the warehouse scene where Batman was fighting all the different criminals. But that particular scene, if that is like a preview to what's gonna be in the Matt Reeves Batman movie, I am excited. We get a chance to see the Riddler, see kind of some of his whole mental state a little bit before he actually gets a chance to get his comic book costume with the question marks, the green suit and everything. I really kind of just enjoyed the whole detective feel that they're setting up. Even when Batman is walking into the precinct to be able to maybe question somebody or get some information, and you get a chance to see that particular like feel. They're really making this a for real detective film, which I'm excited. I'm curious to see how Catwoman actually factors into everything. She is one of those characters that, again, you know, if you've read the comic book The Long Halloween, she's factored into that. So I want to see her actual suit that she's going to be wearing. We get a chance to see a little bit of that in the trailer, but we really don't know what else is going to come. This is only technically 25% of the movie that has been shot. So I'm excited to see where this is really going to go. The other thing that kind of caught my attention right off the bat in the Fandome was the appearance of Venus Williams. I did not know that she was going to appear that much in DC Fandome. I enjoyed her asking questions in the Wonder Woman panel. I actually enjoyed her talk with Patty Jenkins. So that was actually a pleasant and wonderful surprise. A lot of times Sister Serena gets a lot of the shine, but I've always been a Venus Williams fan, so I was glad to see her. The other big thing that caught my attention during the Fandome was actually the Boss panel, which was the females of color within the DC universe. It was moderated by D. Nice. I thought it was a very excellent panel that addressed a lot of different things for as how women are portrayed inside of the DC universe, especially women of color. I also thought it addressed a lot of issues as far as some of the questions of one of my favorite ones was, if you had a superpower, how would you fight in social justice? And everybody had some really great answers. And I thought it was a great panel. Again, shout out to DC for opening up and being a lot more inclusive. I would still like to see more and going forward and have more women of color and more people of color incorporated into the DC universe. There are a lot of great comic book characters that have been created that need their shine on the big screen. So I would love to see more of that. Another panel that I really enjoyed was actually the Suicide Squad panel. We got a chance to see the trailer and the introduction of a lot of different villains and knowing who everybody is playing. I love James Gunn, so I'm really excited to see this movie going forth. A lot of times they'll give you certain things in the trailer, but it really isn't actually everything that's going on in the movie. We learned some of that from watching some of the stuff that's actually happened in Marvel before. I'm kind of curious with the way that it's looking and set up. I wonder if, just follow my logic here, if they would be fighting somebody like Bane, and they're actually like sent down to like one of the third world countries that Bane is taking over, and they're there to like fight Bane and get control of the country, which would be kind of cool and kind of crazy. Or if they'll actually be fighting another big level boss villain that Amanda Waller is mad and pissed at. So we just don't know, but I'm excited for whatever James Gunn has in his bag of tricks. But that was another one of my favorite panels that I saw. And last but not least was actually the Milestone panel. I am an Icon fan, and I love Icon, and I love Rocket, and I actually love Static. And I would love to see DC actually do a Static movie and actually be able to do a Icon and Rocket movie partnering with Milestone. Those are great characters. Hardware is another one. And they have again, it goes back to my previous statement, where they're great characters that actually deserve some screen time in their own standalone movie. And I think there's a demand for it. So I really enjoyed the announcement of seeing some of the different partnerships that Milestone has created going forward. I'm looking forward to the podcast and to some of the animational things that'll be coming out in 2021, 2022. So hopefully that they will follow up on those things and those things will come to fruition. But all in all, I thought DC did a great job with putting together a great experience for people online. I am looking forward to seeing what everyone else is going to be doing moving forward, especially with everything being online, to seeing how everything will be presented like in a digital fashion. I tell people all the time, some people ask like, how you been adjusting everything? Well, it's the same hustle, different board game. This is a different board game, which is reminiscent of, in my opinion, of Futurama / the Jetsons old school cartoon shows. And you have to adjust to the future. So as always, stay on track by staying off track. And remember, when it comes time, make sure that you vote.